Namaste and welcome to the first video in this channel. Today we are going to see the saga of tariff between India and the United States. This series will be covered in three parts. The first part will cover the first term of Trump, that is 2016. Second part will cover the first term of Joe Biden, that is 2021. And finally, the third part will discuss the present term of Trump, that is 2025. So going back in time, Trump was first elected on November the 8th, 2016. Trump was from the Republican Party and Clinton was from the Democratic Party. The Trump slogan for this election was to make America great again, and Clinton's slogan was to be stronger together. Trump manifesto has key three highlight points. The first one was to control immigration, second to put America first, and third to cut down corruption. And finally, Trump won and got 304 votes and Clinton got only 227 votes. Now, let us see what are the key factors that led to the win of Trump. First, the economic failure. Many voters in the city of Mississippi, Wisconsin and Pennsylvania were felt to be left behind in the race of globalization. Cultural background. Trump campaign caught the eyes of white people and working class voters who thought that the real American values were under threat. Third, Clinton deleted emails. Trump accused Clinton that she used her private email server and also deleted thousands of her own emails. Media dynamics. Trump received huge free media coverage both from good and bad, which kept him continuously in public eye. And lastly, Russian intervention. Some sources alleged that the Russian counterpart helped Trump in his chances of winning the election. So this was all about Trump coming to power in 2016 in a nutshell. Now, let us see what he did to India after he came to power. Trump came to power in 2016 and took his time to get settled. And finally, on March 23, 2018, he put the first tariff in place against India. This tariff was under Section 232 of the Trade Expansion Act 1962. Where this tariff was placed? It was placed for the imports of steel and aluminium from India. The United States government on March 23, 2018 put the total of 25% tariff on the steel imports from India and 10% tariff to the aluminium imports of India. This is an image that shows that the further details. You can pause the video and have a look. Justification for this tariff was said to be due to a national security threat that weakens domestic industrial base which is needed for the defense system of the United States. Now let us see how did this tariff affect India. As of March 26, 2018, India was the 8th largest source of steel and 4th largest source of aluminium to the United States. This tariff had automatically made the cost of such goods higher and less competitive in the US market. Now let us see what are the India's response to such tariff. The tariff was imposed on March 2018 and on June 2, 2018, India went to the WTO to raise the issue. This is a standard process which is required to be followed before implementing any countermeasures by any country. India proposed that it would also impose tariff on a list of 30 US products worth almost $1.2 billion. But in real life, India did not really wanted to put tariff. All it wanted to crack a deal with the US and to suspend the tariff that was put against imports from India to the United States. Now here, this is a short timeline of the list of events that unfolded till June 2018. You can pause the video and have a quick glance at it. Now, let us go to the second phase of tariff. On June 2019, nearly after a year, the United States decided to remove India from the GSP. GSP means Generalized System of Preference. It is basically a system to prefer goods from a particular country. In this image, you can clearly see that the US is saying that it would terminate GSP designation of India and Turkey on 4th of March 2019. In this response, India too also put out a statement on 1st June 2019 saying this move is not reciprocal and immediately wanted US not to remove India from the GSP list. Then, on June 5, 2019, US finally removed India from its GSP list. This was a big blow to India as well as the Indian products to the United States. Here, you can clearly see the effects of removal of GSP for India. You can pause the video and go through it nicely. Finally, after India's effort to stop United States from removing India from the GSP list, India too on June 16, 2019 imposed tariff on the United States. Also, not to forget that United States also on April 2, 2019 under Section 301 put Indian goods under an investigation for digital service, data localization and e-commerce, and also threatened India that it would put tariff on products like basmati rice and ornaments. Here is a small timeline for the list of events up to April 2019. And on June 2019, the United States additionally put a tariff of 25% on certain Indian products like basmati rice, gold and silver, cane sugar, finished leather products, wood products and bamboo. Then fast forward to 2020, Trump lost the 2020 presidential election to Joe Biden. But just before Trump leaving the office, the United States Trade Representative or the USTR agreed to suspend the tariff that was proposed against India. So this was all about the saga of tariff of United States against India during the first term of Trump. It is to be noted that he increased the tariff on Indian products and finally, as his term was coming to an end, he had suspended further tariff to India. What does it mean? Does it mean that the lowering of tariff of everyday goods commodity to the United States will earn the Trump's voter in voting him once again? Or it was about to regain the trust of Indian voters, people in the United States, which will help him in the election. So this was all about in this video. In the next video, we will see how the Biden administration in his term had affected India with the tariff.